Hello, in this lesson on G Blues Shuffle, we're going to look at another embellishment. We're going to look at an ascending line that we can fit into our bass line to use to build a little tension and exactly where we're going to fit that in. So, first let's look at the embellishment itself. Starting on G, all you're going to play, it's very simple. The notes are G, A sharp, B, taking you into C. That's all it is. And then back to G. Let me do that again. That's all you're doing. Now, where do we fit that in? If you're using the existing bass line that you already know, that one, we're going to fit it in about here. Let me demonstrate. Catch that? Where did I do that? Right after E. After I hit my last E note of my shuffle line, E right there, immediately transition into G to your ascending line to that embellishment to take you into C dominant and play your shuffle there like you always do. That's it. That's all you're doing. So it has to line up correctly, though, you see. It has to be metered. It has to line up right. You have to count. You have to count. You have to put that in where it belongs. Just right. But that part is pretty easy. Once you do it a few times, you'll get it. So let's review. The ascending line, low G, A sharp, B. Everything in eighth notes. You play each note twice, everything in eighth notes. And then where you place that embellishment in your existing bass line is going to be right here. Now we're in C. Does that make sense? That's all you're doing. That is all you're doing. So it should sound something like this. That's it. That is all that you're doing. And then also in this tutorial, let's look at maybe the beginnings of another blues shuffle bass line that we can do. This one I like a lot. This is a good one. We'll do this one in G also, but we'll maybe play it in some other keys too down the road. Again, starting on low G, but this time you're going to use your first finger. Okay, so pay attention to my fingering. So you're going to do this with the first finger, and what you're going to do is play an octave. grabbing that high G right there. Now I tend to favor my fourth finger a lot. Sometimes I do my third, but I tend to favor the fourth finger. Try to use it. You try to do that. But in the end, you do what works for you. That's the first bit of the new shuffle line. That's all you're doing. 1 and 2 and 3 and F. F. To D. And I fret all this. D with my third finger. Over and over again. That's all you got to do. You can do that same exact pattern, same fingering and everything. And the other chords, C and D. Just put it in the right chord, just put it in D, put it in C. Yeah. Pinpoint the notes that you're playing. Ask yourself, what notes am I playing? How does that relate to the chord that I'm in? What's the chord relationship? Am I playing the roots here? G and G, an octave? By golly, I am. What else am I playing? F, is that my dominant seventh? The G, yes it is. F natural. D is my fifth. If I go into another chord, what are those? That kind of thing. So that you can start to see, recognize, hear, identify the chord tones in a bass line. So you can see how it's constructed. That is the beginnings of a new shuffle blues line. Play it slowly. Experiment with doing it in the other chords a little bit too, like in C. Same pattern. Look at that. Watch my left hand very carefully. C, octave C, B flat, that's my dominant seventh. G is my fifth of C. Going back to G, going back to the one chord. That's it. So when you get it up to tempo, it should sound a little like this. Hey. Now this is also a really good one that you can add a lot of embellishments. You can do a lot of embellishments with that. This is very straight ahead. Very straight ahead. But what if I want to do embellishments? So you can hear them in there. So the embellishment part, we can cover that together in future lessons, and I can also do other tutorials down the road for you. Start with that much, okay? Get that much down as tight as you can first, and then we can look at more. So do that, and hope you enjoy it. Hope that helps.